We are thrilled this year to have back with us Howard Waxman as our campaign manager. In 2018, Howard was the Lincoln County field representative for the state party. He was energizing and wonderful, and we are just so excited to have you back with us this year, Howard. Howard, one of the things that Howard is doing from the right out of the gate is beginning to work very closely with all of our town Democratic committees. As people like to say, all politics is local. We actually believe that that's true. And Howard's been working very closely with our town and municipal committees to try to get everything that they need to be able to energize Democrats in their towns. And that's what he's going to talk with us a little bit about today. Howard.
Thank you, Kelly. I just want to say it's great to be back working in Lincoln County after 4 years. I made a lot of friends here when I first worked, and I'm very excited about this campaign and our great candidates. Just a reminder that this would normally be an in-person caucus at this point in the process in the campaign. Obviously, that did not happen, but what would happen at the caucus is that the town committees or the members of the towns would get together and vote on their delegates to the state convention. You can still sign up and do that. It's possible, but the deadline for getting in your vote is 8 p.m. Tonight. So this is the last day, and at this point, the last less than 6 hours if you plan to vote for delegates representing your town. We want to just make sure you know that. If you have any questions about that, you can stick around after this Zoom meeting, and we'll be happy to answer questions. And there's also information on the Lincoln County website that's pretty thorough as well. So it's, I hate for anybody to miss a vote, whatever that vote is for. It's what we get to do. So at this point, let me talk about some of the town committees. We have, first up, we're going to hear from a whole handful of town committees representatives who could be here. The first is going to be Jeff Barba, who's here from Westport Island. And he's got some information both about the committee and about their upcoming event. So Jeff, you're up first.
Thanks, Howard. Appreciate it. So welcome, everybody. I think we've just had some great presentations from our candidates, and looking forward to working hard for them in this election coming up. On Westport Island, we're starting to try to meet in person again. We've tried a little bit of Zoom. But what we're going to do, and for those who are interested, you don't have to be from Westport to come, this Thursday, we're going to have a Meet the Candidates event to meet Cameron and David, who are running for the state Senate, at our town hall. And that's 1217 Maine Road in Westport Island. It'll be at 6:30. We'll have some refreshments. Please come prepared to mask up. We're going to be careful still, but we're going to take the opportunity to have a little time together to talk, to engage with the candidates, hopefully understand where they're going, be able to expand more than what they could do today, and start working towards a successful election this year. So I hope you can come. If you want a little bit more information, we do have a Facebook page, and you can find this event listed on the Westport Island Dems Facebook page. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Next up, we have Mary Voskian, who is representing the Bremen Democratic Committee. And Mary, welcome. And you got to unmute. Time to unmute.
Got it. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Howard. Okay, I am Mary Voskian. I'm municipal chair here in Bremen, and also on my committee, Autumn Mahoney, who is my secretary and technical guru. We have a couple of things that are happening here. We're in the process of plans are being made for a forum with Cameron and David, which would be the same type of thing that Jeff just talked about. And it will be at the Bremen Library We have Karen and David are working out their schedule, and they're going to be contacting the library to see what works for the library schedule. So we will be letting people know when the time and date for that particular forum. It'll be a chance for people to meet them, but also ask questions. I'm going to be getting in touch with Clint, because we do, the Bremen committee would like to have Clint also be available for us. By the way, the one at the library will be in person, and we'll follow, all the right procedures, COVID procedures. And I'll be contacting Clint to see when we could do that. Now, one of the things that our committee will be doing is working with the campaign, which is similar to what happens every time we have an election year, and that is to coordinate for signs, phone banking, canvassing, letter writing, all of those things, the same kind of things we do each time we have an election. And for anyone interested in any of those things that I just mentioned, the signs, the phone banking, canvassing, and letter writing, what you would do is you would contact the Lincoln County Democratic Committee directly to sign up for those things, to volunteer. But we'd also appreciate you contacting us, the Bremen Committee, and the contact information is bremendemocrats@gmail.com. And you can, this would be a good way for you to sign up for our email list, unless you may have done it already. If not, please do that. And we will be sure to share information with our Bremen residents who are registered Democrats and signed up. And information such as what's coming up in the future is deep canvassing training. And I know Kelly's going to be getting us information on that. So we will definitely be sharing that with you. And we will reach out to volunteers and for volunteers, I should say, and hope that we can get you to join us. And there'll be lots of opportunities for this during this 2022 campaign season. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mary. We also have from Southport, Bill Nesmer, who's going to just introduce his committee. Bill?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good. Thank you. Hi, it's Bill Mesmer. I'm from Southport. The other officers, I'm the chair, by the way, of the Southport Democrats. The other officers are Jane Lunt, who is the vice chair. The secretary is Lee Sherrill, who many of you will know, and the treasurer is Vernon Rail. There are, just to give you some information about your community, there are about 600 registered voters, so we are a small community among all of these communities. And last year, about 80% turnout rate on Southport, and the Democrats, I think, did fairly well in the general election votes at that point, and speaks well for us continuing the sort of effort we've been making in the last few years. There are 200 registered Democrats on Southport and 200 registered Republicans, and that has changed substantially in the last 6 years, as we were about 30% with 50% Republicans, and we're now equal to them. There are also about 150 independent voters. I would like to say that the next general meetings that we'll have, all general meetings, by the way, are held at the library, Cape New Wagon. And these general meetings will begin in May, June, and then again, we'll have a second one in September to help us get ready for the coming election. The Southport officers have met already and have organized themselves around the following set of campaign responsibilities. The first one of these campaign responsibilities, and I mention these because I think these are things you may be interested in being involved in. The first responsibility is to monitor the letters to the editor. I'm sure you all read the newspapers from your particular towns, but as you know, there are periodically strong charges brought against one party or the other, and the responsibility of this letters to the editor committee, as we call it, this group of people, is to monitor that and react when it's necessary. So that may be something you're interested in. We have, as a result of COVID, developed a group of people who essentially monitor the voting processes and voting obstacles. And that, that I think has helped substantially, given the fact that COVID has had some impact on the nature of voting, how we vote, what kinds of things that are necessary if you'd be involved in to vote, and so on. There then is also a third group, which is essentially the neighborhood door knockers group. If you want to call it canvassing committee, you can do that. And Southport has a very good heritage here of turning out good and effective door knocking teams. And I would encourage you all to consider this. It is not a responsibility to be taken lightly, but it's an easy one. You get to go knock on approximately 10 of your neighbors' doors and just find out whether or not they have any questions about the upcoming election. And if there are any things, any information you can get them, and so forth. And I would say, of all of the things that the small, the community parties do, the municipal parties do, these neighborhood door knocker groups, teams of people, are probably as important among them as any. There's also a lawn signs placement officer. If you like or don't like a particular intersection because it's got too many lawn signs placed around it, talk to us and we'll arrange to do something about that.
Bill, thanks. I hate to cut you short, but you've actually outlined so much of what town committees do that I appreciate that.
Okay.
Because it sort of stands for what all the town committees will do. Of course, on the Lincoln County website itself, there's contact information for all of the town committees.